right, we've got a meeting of the skill level twos between My Bad It's Just Politics and Fantastic Eight. We've got Louise from My Bad and Ada from Fantastic Eight. Ada is going to win. Okay, here we go. Rack one. And a scratch. Kind of glanced off the head ball there. Went straight for the pocket. That's going to be trouble. This table also has a tendency to spit the cue ball out on the wrong end of the table. At least it spits it out. So apparently nobody's watching the match from my team close enough. I mean, this is me sitting right here, not really realizing what's going on. You're supposed to be up here with that. But apparently we didn't catch her. Puts in the 11 ball and then that cue ball right in the middle of this cluster. Ada comes back to the table. And she should now be solids, except for, of course, that first hit was an illegal one, which means she actually should have ball in hand right now. And she shoots with the 9. Doesn't get it anywhere. And if the 11 ball had been a legal pocket, then Louise would have ball in hand, and she used the 12 to hit the 10. And I think at this point I noticed that and was indicating to Ada that she had ball in hand. I gotta say that normally this isn't this bad with either of these players. Ada is very coachable. She's very good straight shooter. She can do quite a few really good cuts shots as well. She, if you give her a timeout, she listens. She executes it to the best of her ability. Really, for a 2, she's very strong too. And the same can be said for Louise. I don't think that was just kind of a comedy of errors just get started with. So, okay, no scratch that time. Now that we're all shooting at the right things, let's hope that continues. Back to Ada. Okay, she's aiming at the 3. That's good. That was close. Like I said, she can execute a good shot. She just often can't tie a run together, which is one of her reasons she's still a 2. Oh, nice accidental kick off of the 12 there to hit it in the side. See that? That's just an amazing shot for, and this is one of the things that it will often get accused of not being a true two. Um, People get a lot of stuff in their head. Skill rankings are based on, an algorithm that none of us is ever going to get to see unless we get into upper management of the APA someday. Doubt it. Um, she's a two. She really is. She can make some great shots every once in a while, right? And then miss something like that. Two is someone who should be inconsistent with their shooting. And Ada is. Sometimes great, sometimes not so great. Same can be said for Louise. Louise will go off and all of a sudden like run 3 or 4 out. I have a feeling she's getting close to being moved up to a 3. Good defensive shot. Leaves Ada with an awkward queuing over top of the cluster to try and get at the 3 ball. She does pretty good with it. That's not bad for a bridge hand, but she pulled up. Pulled herself up real quick on that. If she just stayed on the shot, I think she would have done really well with it. She's got her bridging is good. Louise is hovering with that one. She just kind of hovered over the table instead of actually putting her hand down on it. She connects with the 13. I'm not sure if she was trying to take that shot to the side or going after the 12 ball there, but if she was trying to get that 13 in the side, she just needed a little more power behind it. Oh, it got robbed. Okay. That's a mad hippo pocket kind of thing. These diamond tables are at I believe it's 4.25. So if you don't hit them just right, they won't accept the ball. There she goes. She's even learned how to, go for the corner here when something's that far in to make sure that she doesn't scratch. She's teachable. It's the 8 ball. She doesn't want to hit that first. They have to go the other way, which will finally break the rest of this cluster up pretty well. And she gets in one of Louise's balls. 10. What do we got left? That's 14. Got the 12 and the 13 still on the table for Louise. One of the things I see happening the most in APA is 2s and 3s not getting coached. It's like, or not having their match watched very closely, which keeps them 2s and 3s. And if that 2 or 3 wants to stay at 2 or 3 and they don't really have a desire to improve their game, just want to keep playing the way they play, okay, fine. But I don't know a lot of twos and threes that don't want to improve. I mean, I know Louise wants to continue to improve, and she has improved, but you need to take them under your wing a little bit, when they're ready and eager for that sort of help, instead of just letting them continue to founder like this and not get any coaching or any instruction. Oh, really nice try on the 13 ball. The only problem with this shot for Ada is the amount she has to reach over the table. She really should go for a bridge. There we go. I mean, I like it. I think it's the right shot to be taking. And she kind of poked at it, unfortunately. Didn't She took time to aim on it before she grabbed the bridge. And then when she got the bridge and got back on it, she didn't really take the time to aim. Here goes the 13 ball, putting Louise on the 8. She's got a nice looking shot into the side here. And she's going to get a timeout for that shot. She'll call for a timeout, which is great. Um, she'll definitely call for a timeout and say, hey, is this the right shot to be taking? Especially when it comes down to like the 8 ball or she's really stuck. So this is Colin giving her a timeout. Oh, she's going to miss that one a little bit. Aim is a little off. And Daylyn's going to give Ada some words of encouragement as she goes by. But maybe she was going to give her timeout. 6 ball might be her best bet right here. Oh, she's getting a timeout from Benny. Can't see Benny. But for all the angles on the table, it's either this shot or this one. Oh no. The other thing I see is setting up really close to the object ball you're about to shoot. I mean, I get that I don't want to miss, but um, sometimes you need a little space between the ball you're about to shoot and the cue ball in order to get the right angle. Setting up really, really close just sets you up for a bad hit a lot of times. And you run out, if you don't hit the cue ball just right. But see it a lot with the lower skill levels. That's a nice solid break. Really decent spread. Nothing in. Not bad. Right, still open table. Gonna go for the 3-ball shot. It really is the easiest shot on the table right there. She makes it. And the 2 could go into the side. She could try for the 5 this way. Go for that 2-ball. Miss the angle by just a little bit. I think Ada may have needed a break. She'll be right back. Here she is. So open table. This 1-ball shot looks pretty good. Ada can do rails. That 15 will work if she wants to go for stripes. Like I said, Ada can do a rail shot. She did that one just perfect. That was a nice shot. 10-ball there. Really not much else available to her right now. Gets it. Look, good job breaking the 4 out of there. Kind of separating things out now. This is not an easy shot, but 9 to 11, 11 into the corner. Like Bennett. Telling Benny get out of her way. Poked him harder, Ada. He can take it. Yep, she's going to go for that combo. All right. Louise is kind of stuck with shots here. She's got the 7 balls she can shoot. I don't think it'll actually go anywhere, but at least she can get a legal hit out of it. Yep, got the 8 ball to the rail. This is probably the shot for her right now. If the 7 and the 5 weren't there, she could go for the 9 ball on the side, but they are. And again, Ada getting her fingertips down. She had an awkward bridge to try and do, but she accomplished it. She's got good skills and practice when it comes to that sort of thing. She puts her hand down on the table instead of hovering. And does her best to get a good bridge, even in an awkward situation. That's better than a lot of people first skill level. That's for sure. I shot him before. Kind of put herself in a bad spot though. This cluster's going to give Ada trouble unless somebody breaks it up here pretty quick. And not going to get to a rail, so that should be ball in hand. Please tell me that somebody told Ada she has ball in hand. Apparently not. Yeah, I think this session I'm gonna make it my goal um, to really pay attention to my lower skill level players matches. I've got a couple of folks that are threes. I know it's my Tuesday night team that I'm talking about here because I'm captain of that team. Um, I know they know what they're doing. They're both actually really good threes, but I feel like after just watching this one right now and noticing how much that neither of these players is being supported, um, feel like I'm gonna make that my mission this year is make sure that the lower skill level players on my teams feel supported. They want help. At least be present as possible for their games, just to make sure that they know you're there for them. I think a lot of folks think of the twos and threes on their team as that's a throwaway match, or we're not even going to worry about how that goes. A lot of times, especially early in the session when things are just like, oh, we've got all session to get all the points we need. But yeah, I don't know. I'm on my soapbox. Sorry about that. I have opinions. Nice try, combo. Gonna line Louise up on that one ball though. Would have been nice to hit that a little bit harder and get here for this 5 ball. Looks like she's asking for a timeout. kind of like, I mean, the five is makeable here for sure. And he indicated the side of it, and she hit it full on. But um, I also like taking a shot at the six right there and moving it down table, so just so everything's broken up and clear. It has got a nice shot on the nine ball here. Two over top of the 14 a little bit. Nice job getting right back. Would have been nice to have a little bit of separation. Right here would have been perfect. She makes it anyway. This one's going to be hard because the tangent line is going to take her into the mess here. No, missed it. Parks it in front of the side pocket though, so that's a good spot for her. This looks nice. Five this way, just the way Louise shoots, she should be right on the two. Five doesn't drop though. This one's dangerous. She's probably going to try and cut this in, but the tangent line is going to send the cue ball towards the eight. Probably miss it, but just it's probably in her head that that's where the cue ball's headed, is towards that eight ball after this. Which, oh, hey, she hit that a lot fuller than I thought. Thought she was going to try and cut it in the side. That, I guess that's where I would have tried to cut it, but Ada went for getting it further down table. Oh, nice. There we go. Side pocket worked. Well, she doesn't hit this very hard. Five ball should go in easy and leave the two ball in the corner. Oh, well, that worked. Thought you hit that a little too hard, but she hit it thin enough that it worked perfectly. Oh, and misses the two. That'll be ball in hand for Ada. There we go. It's just my mind was just going, please take the ball in hand. Yeah, she just needs to touch a follow on this, and she's got perfect shape for the eight. I wouldn't try and get Ada to do a drag shot or stop shot or draw any of that. Just, which is fine. I mean, you can do most of what you need to do on the table with just center ball. And at skill level 2, you really shouldn't be trying to do much other than center ball. Get that fundamental full stroke down. Oh, wow. Well, just missed a little bit on that angle. And missed the two ball again. Ada's going to get ball in hand one more time. There we go. 8 balls in. And it gets that rack. And we've got a hill match. Nice shot. 2 in. 2 ball in, the 13 ball down on the break. So you can choose, and looks like the 9 ball is a really good choice right off the bat. Don't like that this cluster exists right here for the stripes, but she's got a good bridge hand. She really does. She does really good with hand placement on the table, and she gives herself a solid base to work from. And you can see Louise's hand moved right as she was taking the shot. Her bridge hand, she doesn't. I think that's one of the things that would improve Louise's game probably the most is getting her bridge hand steady. It'd be a solid improvement for her right off the bat. It has a tendency to pull up on shots that are short. Is this kind of like instinct to pull her cue out of the way? That's a double hit. You can push right through. Of course, nobody was really watching. And nobody's explained why she shouldn't take that shot the way she took it. At this point, this is still Liz's back a couple of months, so maybe somebody's explained that to her at this point. But nice job on the one. Good shot, Louise. I'd probably aim at this 6 ball. This would work as well, though. It's right here at the corner. She should be able to hit that and make it work and not have to worry about a scratch too much. But nice try on the cut. Actually, might have hit that just a little too hard. But it hit here and then just rattled and came back. So a little softer than that might have gone. 6 ball up into the corner is a good shot now. Really want to see her move this 4 ball out of there. I think the 14 goes by here. 12 is also doable from where she's at. A little bit of breakup on that 10 and 3. I'm gonna bet she takes the same shot she did last time down here. If she double hits again. Yep, another double hit. And so for those of you who don't understand what I'm saying when I say double hit, and if you hit like that and there's just a little bit of separation between your object ball and the cue ball, and the cue ball goes rocketing forward, it is because it came back and hit the tip of the cue to go forward again. So it rebounded off the object ball, came back, hit the cue ball in order to get that forward motion. There's literally no other way that the cue ball could go that way. And your lower level players need to be educated on that. They need to know that that's what's happening. That is an illegal shot that has been taken, and they've created a foul. They need to know. Nobody seems to want to tell them that. Take the 4, take the 4. 7 goes in a pocket without any trouble. It's like when my wife and I are driving in Orlando traffic and talking to the other drivers. It doesn't do any good. They can't hear me. Oh, nice try on the 14 ball. So this is cuttable on the side, and then she's blocked on everything else. So let's see what she does with it. Oh, just barely missed that one. Okay. This will go into the side, which should have the cue ball run down this way a little bit. I like hitting it soft so you've got the 14 shot. And a little bit of follow on the 14 will get you here. You just got to deal with this mess. Just for the 14. Really moves that 4 out. Now Louise has got 7 ball that she can hit. Try and send down this way. Or she can separate things. And I'm going to get up and give a timeout. So I don't think I could see enough of the side of the 7 when I took a look at it from the table. I'm trying to get her to separate the 6. Nope. Sorry, Louise. I'll apologize now for that timeout. I'd set it up right here with a cue ball and send this here. hopefully goes by the 11 and breaks this up. See what Benny tells her to do. Benny's a great coach. He's great at coaching folks. It really helps that he's a really great shot too. So he's a 7 in 8 ball and an 8 in 9 ball. Okay. He's going to let her take the shot that she first chose for herself, but he's given her move the cue ball just a little bit to the side so that it will come this way. And then she can either take the one that's on the rail, the 14 there, or she can go for that 12 that's up against the 4. And take 14. She can get the 11 now. Gotta avoid the scratch. Oh, somebody right behind her. All right, that worked. Worked out. Got the breakup and didn't scratch. No easy shot for Louise. I'd hit the 4 just to move things. Gonna go for the 7 and scratch. Louise also has the tendency when she's not super confident in the shot to like lean down and just poke at it real quick. When she takes her time, she does much better. But if she's like, oh, I don't really have a shot, it's a quick jab. Nice combo attempt. All right. See if Ada can take this right on up here. Oh, that's not an improvement for the cluster. This shot has a good chance of scratching. I do not want her taking a shot of the 7 ball because of how close it is to the 8. She goes for a bank. Okay. And once again, that's probably a double hit. I think one of the biggest things with allowing them to, do those kind of shots and not saying anything about it, not correcting them, it really does them a disservice if they go and get into any kind of a tournament and somebody calls for the shot being watched because all of a sudden now they're confused. But I've been shooting like that all session or all year, or and then all of a sudden now it's wrong. See if she can get rail first and get that. Nope. But broke things up a bit. Makes it better for both players. Ada does the 11 first. Gets a little bounce out for the 12 ball. I give myself a little more distance on this, just so I can get a little momentum and actually get the bounce down this way. Okay. Gonna have Javi watch this shot because possibility of double hit. Javi, stick around, please. Because here it comes. Yep. Now I feel like I've failed Louise in this match. Because I'm sitting over here and I'm not doing what I should about those kind of shots. So I apologize to you both, Ada and Louise. I should have been much better at pointing out some of those things. This is cuttable, but this isn't an easy cut. It's also bankable. He's going to go for the bank, I think, with that, where he's asking her to hit it. This will go by, and as long as Louise hits it with a little top, tangent line should take it into the rail. Going to get a 10. Yeah, going to go for that corner. Oh, just missed it. That was a bit attempt. All right. This one's hard. A higher skill level player would probably go for defense here. Just bump the 11, bring it back. Hopefully, leave the cue ball here. Cue ball control of a 2. Wow, what a great shot. Good job, Ada. Did a lot better with that than I thought you would. And nobody gave her a timeout. Nobody told her to do it. So, I mean, came up with that on her own and did great execution. And no rail. Oh, ball in hand to Ada. Please, somebody tell her it's ball in hand. Yes, thank you. Too close. You can so limit what you can do when you place the cue ball that close. also have to watch it because if you're placing the cue ball and you accidentally hit another ball, that's a foul. Benny keeping an eye on what she's about to do. We got somebody to watch the shot. And now explaining to Ada why that was a bad hit. That's Orlando and Benny both explaining to her. And I really do. I got to apologize to both of you for not calling that on all of the other shots that Louise took. Either I wasn't paying attention during the match like I should have. Man, I don't know. Okay, 8 ball. One more for Louise. That'll give 2 points to my bad. It's just politics, and 1 point for Fantastic Eight. And honestly, yeah, folks, if you are a captain and you've got low level players, do your best to, like be present and, talk them through things and explain to them why, a hit is a bad hit. I'm going to really work on that this session. I feel like I'm not doing enough for my lower skill level players in that arena. So we'll work on that, see if I can't improve in that instance. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please do give us a like and subscribe. If you're a captain, if you're a higher level skill player, be there for your lower level players. All right. Thanks, everybody.